Hey, it's Jay, and today we're going to be taking a look at this lithium-ion battery-powered wet-dry floor cleaner made by Neakasa. It's called the PowerSrub II. Let's check it out. Boom! So let's take a quick little tour of this thing. You got up here on the handle, this is the power button, which actually doesn't power on while it's sitting on the base. Then you've got two modes, all right, like a high and a low mode. Around back here, we have this little reservoir, and they recommend you can just put water in there just to clean it up. It's gonna spray this down with a little button here and go into this reservoir here. On the top, you've got a HEPA filter, and it's okay if this HEPA filter gets wet. They just say that make sure that before you use it or put it away, that you dry it out completely. So on the bottom, down here in the base, they've got this nice little spot. This whole lid comes off. There's a little tray, and you can, as you suck up debris, the debris will be deposited right here in the tray. You can dump this in a trash can. This piece right here is gonna have all the liquids if you're using the wet aspect of this. So you can just dump that into a sink once you have all the debris out. They have a little button here, and you just hold the button in, and you're gonna click it in, it's no problem. All right, Adeline, before we try this with water in it, why don't we try it on the carpet, all right, while it's dry. So let's give it a shot and see how it does. Yeah, so you gotta unlock it before you can power it on. Ooh, I think that's your hair, Adeline. So gross. Adeline was pretty pumped about vacuuming the other room, so let's do a little time lapse of her vacuuming this room too.
Never gonna look left. You move slow and I move fast, and that's facts. Only I can make a change. Slowly take a step today. I will never be the same, 'cause that's what it takes.
Ew. So we got lots of hair and gross dust.
Don't put the hair on me.
Ah! All right, pretty easy to rinse out. All right, I'm gonna rinse this HEPA filter out too. Oh, look at that. You guys see that disgustingness? So all the debris kind of just matted up against this HEPA filter. Ooh, it's just like caked on there. Look at that, ugh. That was just right on the carpet. And I'm just gonna pull this little cap off. That's a little hard to get back in there. It's like one of those piggy banks I had as a kid. Trying to get it back in there was always tough. And now, get ready for Caleb's Oscar performance, reenacting something that happens here on a daily basis.
Oh!
Caleb!
Oh no!
Alright, I wanted to see if a 4-year-old could handle using this, and he did a pretty good job. The only part is that he was so low that he was holding it back like this, and the front part of the vacuum was off the ground. So I'm gonna just take over from here, and we'll see how this cleans up, alright? We have this huge thunderstorm going on right now, so I'm kind of glad to be using battery operated and not plugged into a wall. Did a pretty good job. I don't know, what do you think, Adeline? Pretty good? Yeah, what do you think, Kale? That look pretty good? I think I cleaned it up. Let's see how we did in here. We know there was milk and lots of cereal in there. First impression here. Ooh. Get all the cereal? Shh. Caleb, excuse me, please. Alright, so I'm just gonna toss all this. That was pretty easy to clean out. At the bottom, we've got milk, and it sorted it pretty well, so it's really just milk at the bottom. Okay, so just rinsing everything off. It's looking pretty good. Alright, in the moment of truth, let's check out the HEPA filter. Oh, this time actually, it didn't seal itself against the HEPA filter, so we've got a little bit of dust, but the whole thing looks pretty good actually, to be honest. I'm not gonna put it back in, I'm gonna let it dry out. Oh, that storm is crazy right now. I got the little pocket for the HEPA filter to dry out. We're just gonna put it right on the base here. It's starting to charge. We're at 71%, so we use 29% of the battery doing the entire video. This button right here is your self-cleaning button. So when you press this, let's see what happens. It's in the tray. The roller is actually moving like crazy. Ooh, wow. So I mean, it looks like milk, to be honest, because yeah, we were just cleaning up milk. I'm gonna keep cleaning it till it comes clean in here. Come on. Throw this in here, now it can dry out. All right, let me tell you what I liked and what I didn't like about this. Thought it did a really good job cleaning. It cleaned the carpet well. It pulled up, you could see lots of gross hair and debris, dust, whatever. We had the spill, you know, there's big chunks of cereal in it, there was milk, and this thing really handled it well because it's doing all those things at once. It's pumping out water, it's sucking everything up, and kind of cleaning itself all at the same time. I also just really liked the self-clean feature. Now I had to run it like 3-4 times until I really got that roller brush cleaned. The water coming out was clear eventually, but it took a few times, which honestly is understandable because it was caked in milk. The charge part of this is really nice. The fact that you can just wash the HEPA filter and then just store it there. I think the next thing I would probably try is maybe something different than just straight up water. I might try like a, you know, like a Bono or like a Bruce floor cleaner. The only thing that I didn't love on this is that when I was actually holding the handle and starting it, it's super convenient to press the button right here. It's super convenient to pull the water trigger right here as you're whitewashing the floor. But I kept bumping it no matter what. So if you had water in here and you were washing your carpet, you might end up with like a wet carpet because it's really hard not to touch the trigger on this thing. There were like 3 or 4 times where I was vacuuming and by accident I went into like the higher mode or I turned it off and then had to turn it back on just because this button is like right where your thumb goes as you're pushing and pulling the vacuum to clean the floor. Overall, I mean, I thought it's a pretty decent product, put together well. Ooh, I also like that it's cordless. You know, there's no cord attached, so you can just take it anywhere. You can go up and down the stairs, which for me is always a pain when you're trying to go vacuum the stairs and you don't have enough cord to get up the stairs or the cord gets tangled on something. Anyway, just wanted to put a plug in for it, and I'm gonna have a link in the description below. So if you like this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time.